Breaking news. Biafra Liberation Army (BLA) gives ultimatum to Zoo Janjaweed Terrorist Army and all informants to vacate Okigu with immediate effect. Declares total takeover of the entire territory. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 9th of June 2025, and I have a video clip for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, it don't happen. This very news is one of its kind. It's very, very important and should be treated as a matter of urgency. Every individual, especially those from Okigu or those that have connection or relatives in Okigu, this very information is very, very important to you. And every Biafran, wherever you come from, especially if the Biafra Liberation Army is operating within your territory, within your state of origin, you must take this very message seriously, because it is very, very important, I can assure you. The reason why this message is very, very important is because what the Biafra Liberation Army is talking about here is not only happening in Okigu, it is happening almost all over Biafra territory, and we are going to connect the dots after he must have spoken. Then I will give you the main reason why this analysis that I'm making right now is very, very important. I'm going to bring the issue. I will bring what happened in Osumohu and Osihitokwa, respectively, to connect the dot of what is happening currently in Okigu. And then I will tell you something that you didn't know before. At the same time, send a very, very important message to all the concerned people around. So pay attention. Let us first of all listen to our angel, the person you are seeing on your screen. Of course, you all know him, Angel Makeup. Let us listen to him first of all, and then analyze it properly and send all important message to all people involved. Pay attention as we take it one by one.
This information is coming to you direct from the office of Commander Gentle Killer, the Major General of Biafra Liberation Army. And this report is coming from Okigu State Command. Today being the 9th of June 2025, Monday, sit at home. The Nigerian terrorist government, under the watch of Musa, Hopo Zodema, Ikengu Ruago, Asadi Dakoba, and the defunct DOS, they came to Oman-Moke to adopt and kill Biafrans as usual. But the Biafra Liberation Army gotten the information that they are going there to kill Biafrans. Biafra Liberation Army engage them. Men, bone to bone, bullet to bullet, iron to iron, and we neutralize the armor tanker. We neutralize them Woto. As a go and watch the previous videos on CCTV camera.
The neutralization of armor tank is very, very correct, very okay, and it's true. Actually, it's true. I have the video, and even though the video is currently making around the social media platforms, I will still play that very video at the very end of this broadcast. For those of you who have not seen it, will be able to watch and confirm. So what he's saying is pure. Let us continue listening to him.
You understand what is currently going on in Okigu State. The Commander Gentle Killer is dealing with them with in Okigu State. Okigu State is a danger zone. And I want to use this opportunity to warn the people of Oman-Moke that any informant in that village should vacate.
Informants and saboteurs in Okigu, in Oman-Moke, Okigu State, Biafraland, in the old Imo State. Are you paying attention? By the time Angel Makeup is done with his speech, I will bring to you, I will let you understand what happened in Osumohu and Osihitokwa, and the reason those areas are the way they are today. I will give you the lay down, the full information of what happened there, so that everybody fear kananya. every individual must be very, very careful in case we get
because the same way the Nigerian army terrorists killed their own informant, a guy from Umalmoke, a saboteur, but the Nigerian army killed him.
Now, the man he's talking about was unalive today by the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army. That man was an informant working for the zoo. As he led the zoo to the location of BLA today, I'm telling you today, 9th of June 2025, the young man led the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army to the location of BLA. As God may have it, BLA were able to neutralize them and neutralize their armor tank. Then the remaining Janjaweed terrorist army got angry, thinking that the man betrayed them, thinking that the man had already informed the BLA that they were coming. That's why the BLA were able to neutralize them and their armor tanks. So the remaining ones eliminated that man today and littered his. In fact, they didn't just unalive him, they unalive him, cut his ear, and also set him ablaze along the roadside. That is what happened today in Umanioke in Okigu. Today. So, I have a message, but let's continue listening to the angel.
So if you are a saboteur, I am warning you, the Biafra Liberation Army is warning you to vacate Umo Alimoke.
To vacate Umo Alimoke. If you are an informant or you are a saboteur, vacate today. Because obo na ndị zu egburo gị, ndị na-esu imi ya egbukwa gị, ife nna agwụkwa gị bụ pure. I'm going to give you an example of what has already happened in the past in this same struggle. So pay attention.
Because Biafra Liberation Army have taken over the forest, the bushes of Umalmoke.
Did you hear that? Because the BLA have taken over the forest, the bushes of Umalmoke, which is of course in Okigu. So every sabo, every informant in this area, not only in Umalmoke, all over Okigu and Biafraland at large, vacate tonight, because there will be no hidden place for you. There is not going to be any hidden place for any individual sabotaging the men on ground. No hidden place for you, especially you in person. There will be no hidden place for you. The innocent ones, your family members who do not know what you are doing, of course, will be spared. But you in person sabotaging the men on ground, there will be no hidden place for you. Let us continue because I have a message for Muibo.
Don't say that the Biafra Army didn't pass this warning to you. And every Ebubago should vacate out of Okigu State. Every police should vacate out of Okigu State. Every army should vacate out of Okigu State, or else the ghost of our ancestors is out to destroy.
The ghost of our ancestors, the ghost of our land, is out to destroy every destroyer of the children of Elohim. Or else, the gods of our land, the gods of our ancestors, is out to destroy every destroyer of the children of the Most High God. Of course, you know what that means. The land of Biafra will swallow all people who are sabotaging the men on ground. Yes. Anyone taking a bubago, taking zoo police, taking zoo military to the locations of Biafra Liberation Army, pointing hands at their family homes, pointing hands at their innocent family members. I want to tell you today that the gods of our ancestors, the gods of our land, will make sure that you are completely eradicated from the surface of the earth. And not only that, God will not just come to do it. It's either he uses the people you are bringing to eliminate our people to destroy you, or he will use the people you are coming to sabotage to eliminate you. Now, let us listen again. Then I will give you the information of what has already happened elsewhere, which is exactly what is going on in Okigu today.
The zoo incomplete.
Now, I want everybody to pay attention because I have a message. You see, when you go on social media, you see a lot of people lamenting of what is going on in Osi Itokwa. You see a lot of people lamenting of what is happening in Osumohu. Many people from Osi Itokwa have run away from Osun. A lot of families are no longer there. So many families have abandoned their homes, their ancestral homes and lands, and disappeared from these two communities, both Osi Itokwa and Osumohu. Do you know what the zoo did? Hope Uzodimma with Soludo, Zoo Terrorist Army, police, in conjunction with Ebubaton of course, were buying people off, giving them money, promising them heaven and earth, to show them the families of BLA personnel, where they all come from, to show them their families. These terrorists in uniforms were going about setting their homes ablaze, unaliving their family members, both their mothers, their fathers, and their loved ones. They were using the villagers, saboteurs, who have been paid off, who have been promised heaven and earth, who Uzodimma and Soludo have promised to bring to the government house and give them job to serve the government, the zoo government. They were taking Ebubago and the Zoo Janjaweed army, Fulani for that matter, pointing hands on the homes of Biafra Liberation Army personnel. Their family members were unalived, one by one. Now, they thought it was going to end there. Those saboteurs, do you know what happened to them? 90% of them were also because Akiji were to nyelo mmado, Kaijiko were to nyelo ge. Obere ebu mi ebu onwe ya, abrokwa na ajo ogwu. All the saboteurs, 90% of them, others were also. Others narie. That is the reason why those who escaped, the likes of Obuago and co, they went on social media ranting, shouting, oh, they are funny kidnapping mother, funny busing them mother, and they busing innocent people. Oh, na lie. Because aka wafa juwe to nyalo ndi ozo, ke juwe to nyalo fa, ala abafa. You got even again now. This is the, in fact, I'm not sure if I have ever shared this story before. 90% of them received the same thing that they were giving to others, to men on ground. That is the reason why those who were aspiring to be like them, to be like the former saboteurs, to be like former informants, because Hope Uzodimma promised them, a government job in Owerri. Soludo promised the other ones from Osumo government job in Oka. And then other ones were, warming up to be like them, to start doing the job of informant and saboteurs. That is the reason why they are mad now. And they see the way their family members are running away from their villages. Because they know that their sons and daughters have been used to sabotage the families and loved ones of men on ground. And they know what they got in return. That's why they were all escaping the village. Now, if you go to Osi Itokwa, my people, let me tell you, the truth of the matter is this: that BLA has no business with innocent people because they are fighting to protect these innocent people. The fight is to protect the lives and properties of all Biafrans. So they have no business to harm any innocent Biafran. That is the truth of the matter. Don't let anybody deceive you. But a man fold your arms now for kamada na abondi ndi rogi gana ebugu na ebu umunnego na ebibi your family members na abu no na goko na village ebachi onya wan kete e achokwa we edu ewepo onya wan ozo. That is the main koko. Even na agwagi fa na abu pure. So I want those in Okigu to take this message very, very seriously, because it's very, very important. Ekwekwana ka ifemelu ndị Osumohu na Osu Itokwa mego, because I have ifejobulo nwe na njọ. The Biafra Liberation Army is in Okigu. They are not there for you. They are not there to harm you. They are there to protect you, because the zoo army is coming there with full and enhancement terrorists to unalive your people. And they are there to fight for the freedom of our people. Strictly for the freedom of our people, not to harm you. They can never ever harm you. Never. Because they are not there to do you evil. They are your brothers and your sisters. So please, no matter the promises of Hope Uzodimma, no matter the promises of DSS, no matter the promises of police and army, these are all agencies controlled by the Fulani. Those that are unalive, over 5 million innocent Biafrans between 1967 to 1970, they can never ever give us life. They can never ever give us security. They can never ever love us. It is not possible. It is impossible for Fulani man or woman to love an Igbo woman or man. There's no possibility for that. So be very, very careful. No matter the amount promised to you, tell them you know nothing about these people. You don't have any hand. You know nothing, absolutely nothing about the Biafra, matters. Can go to because all and down way burog, then they got streaming because or the boom be a boom where a broca job. Opacor no, or maraso, Yasuquanique, ne maraso, a swanani, Malocamalo is swanani. Thank you, my people. And make it go viral.
Now, before I round up this particular video, one big question I want to ask is, what do most of you gain in betraying your people? What do most of you gain in betraying your own people? You're working with a terrorist government, not just a government that is a terrorist government, but a government that have actually caused a lot of troubles to you. A government that doesn't care about you. A government who only care about what they gain. I've said this times without number. You see, these politicians, for them, they see you as a game. Politics is a game to them. And you, the masses, are part of the game. You're part of the chess. They don't care about you. Their major target is winning. That is why they are ready to lay down your life, the life of the masses, just to get that victory. They only care about the power. Nothing more. And you must understand this. You have to understand this. Or should you start talking about the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army in their activities? People who can literally come to a particular location and destroy the whole people. They don't care. They wipe out every community. Go and watch that video. If you can see that video on Twitter, go and watch it so that you understand what I'm saying. Go and watch that video. If not for the emergence of the Biafran Liberation Army, BLA, that have been doing everything possible to at least, make sure that they try as much as possible to neutralize these people, neutralize their armor and their weaponry. I wonder what would have become, the people of Biafrans. There is a WAR happening in Biafraland. You must understand this. Go to Okigu. WAR is happening there. War. Big one is happening. Now they try to paint this thing as if it's just a normal terrorist activity is happening there, calling the BLA and accusing them of so many activities that are untrue. And their media continue to carry this propaganda just to favor them, so that international community will see a reason to proscribe this group. So that international community will see a reason, to call the group a terrorist group. But the reality is that it is false. It is false, and you need to understand the truth about it. The Biafran Liberation Army are doing their needful in making sure that every part of Biafran land is being protected, and that is just the right thing to do. It's as simple as that. So on that note, For those of you who haven't watched the video, I cannot post it on my YouTube channel because of YouTube policy. Everything that young man said is true, and the Ordinary One was able, to clarify it very well and analyze the truth, in this whole thing. But do not forget to share this video to as many groups, to as many platforms as possible. Let Biafrans know what is happening. Let Biafrans also, both especially those in diaspora who do not know and understand what is happening, let them know and see a reason to support the BLA and continue to do the needful in the protection of Biafra as it is hot. Later on today, on the next video, we'll be dropping the video of Simon Ekpa Njoko, who will be in court later on in few hours time. Stay tuned and make sure you share this video to as many groups and platforms as possible.